Here and having this program in front of City Hall for a very special occasion. Many of you know, because there's been some publicity on it, the Mount Vernon Police Department is considering the purchase of a dog and instituting a police K-9 officer. So it takes citizen activists in order for something like this to happen, and we have a special citizen activist. Dave Culbertson is here representing the Arms of an Angel, and let me introduce, without further ado, Dave Culbertson.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, this drops down to the right height. Of course, we all know why we're here, and I don't know if there's anybody out there that doesn't know somebody, either a direct family member or somebody else close to you, that's been affected by the drug and opiate crisis, especially within the last few years. And in December, I happened to see a report in the news that Mount Vernon would love to have a K-9 unit, and the chief said in the article, but it's just not in the budget, so they would have to come from private funds. And my wife Ellen and I talked about it over the holidays, and then I met with the chief and met with the mayor probably about mid-January and said, how much do you need? And they got to doing the figuring, and for the dog, a bulletproof vest, and retrofitting a vehicle, we came to around $18,000. And I said, I'll have it for you by July 1st. Well, we almost made it, and hope everybody didn't mind the wait. And when we started it, we put it on Facebook, other social networking, and we just tried to get the word out. It would have been easy to go to one or two community leaders and just say, we need $18,000. But we didn't want to do it that way. We want it to be our town, our dog, at least the first dog. So we did get an initial contribution of $2,500 from one individual, and the rest, for the most part, 60% of it, came from these jars around town and from online, and checks coming in for $5, $25, $50. We had kids that did a bake sale. We've got some other kids that are now going to start selling wristbands with Arms of an Angel and K-9 on it. We had many $50 and $100. We did end up, especially coming down the home stretch, we had 6 $1,000 contributions, which was great. But again, 60% of the funds came from us, our community, and we're so proud of our community. Thank you to all the stores that let us put these in. Thank you to the people that held events. There were some auctions. We had a recent event Wednesday night, bike and truck night, and it was just a community-wide event. And again, it's our town and our dog, but I'm here to tell you, we are at about the 21,500 mark, not 18,000. And the fundraising will not stop. We may not push so hard for the next few weeks. We need a break. We all need a break. But the Mount Vernon and Knox County Community Foundation is holding a special fund on the side for our K-9 fund. Any contributions that still come in, they will go into that fund. They will gain interest, and the pot will grow. And then when either Mount Vernon Police Department or the Knox County Sheriff's Department says we have the logistics ready for another dog, then we'll kick it in high gear again. We've already got a good start on it. So with that, I would like to present a check to the mayor and the police chief for $18,000.
Let me say a few words on behalf of the city. During the last 2 budget cycles, in October of every year, the administration meets with the department heads. We review with the chief what his needs are. The chief has always said, for at least the last 2 years, pretty emphatically, that we need a police dog. The drug epidemic is heavy as it is in our community and throughout the state of Ohio and the nation. Drug dogs have proven to be a great asset to the police departments. So budget money has never allowed us to say, go ahead and do it. Dave Culbertson, as he just explained, because of some pressures from the community that we need such a thing, because of the attitude he has toward this epidemic, Dave Culbertson and his organization moved forward. And in doing so, I think surprised us all. He said July. I have to admit, Dave, I thought that was a little optimistic. But he did it. Not only has he reached the 18,000, which the chief has determined is a beginning point for the purchase and training of the dog, but also moving forward with other needs for this special officer that we're going to have in our department. So Dave Culbertson, on behalf of the city and our police department, all of us who are going to be better off and have a feeling that we're actually making headway in a very difficult time of our history, you've provided us with another asset. Dave Culbertson, thank you for that.
Good afternoon. I'm going to just add to that again. I'll just start off by again thanking Dave and his foundation for this fundraiser. It's been an outstanding effort. Many of the community had approached me directly, and I turned them all in the direction of Dave for the fundraising, and the community has been outstanding. So just to give you a little background, as the mayor said about 2 years ago, I would like to put this program in play earlier, but the funds weren't there. Dave reached out at the perfect time. I've then since researched different dog groups and K-9 organizations, and we've pretty much decided to go with Storm Dog Tactical, and that is where we are going to get the dog from, and that is kind of where we got the budget numbers from. Storm Dog Tactical will assist us in training our officers, helping us pick a correct dog that matches the officer and the department and our needs. Help us with outfitting of equipment. My administrative supervisor, Sergeant Glazier, has put things in place, so we're moving towards getting our new SUV transferred over to be a K-9 unit. So that's already in the process, and none of this would have been possible without the funding of Arms of an Angel and all your donations. So with that said, give yourselves a round of applause for putting that. I think I'll give you one last information on this. This dog will be what's called a dual purpose dog. It will be trained in drug identification. It will also be trained as a patrol dog for searches on buildings. You didn't hear the news last night. We had a standoff where a dog or a K-9 unit would have came in highly helpful if we had our own. We did reach out to Danville and they did help us in the process, but having those resources in our own city, obviously for response time and things along that would definitely help us. So adding to the drug epidemic, it'll also help with the protection of our officers and dangerous situations that we are now facing because of the opiate problem. And just to add a note to that, the subject, when we did go and get in the house last night,